Good morning, you with Jade, 91.1 Hot FM, Hot Property. We're talking all things real estate and property. Mel Cayley from Optwise has been joining me, and we've got the wonderful, do you want to introduce him? Drum roll.
Paul from Broker Code. The
Good morning.
best voice in real estate and finance you can find.
Well, there you go. How's that for a wrap?
How you going, guys?
Hey, look, good. We were just talking off air. You've been busy. Busy times.
Yeah,
People-
very busy at the moment.
Yeah, getting loans and refinancing and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Bit of activity in the market.
So we're hearing. Hey, we want to talk about rentvesting this morning.
Sure.
It's something that a lot of people do consider in terms of getting into the into the property market. Obviously, as it sounds, rentvesting means instead of, buying your first home, which is your family home, you simply stay where you are and rent and buy an investment property. So a lot of people do get into the market this way. Mel, you've spoken about it. I think your daughter did it recently.
Yeah, well, she couldn't service for a property with, uni. She's working 2 jobs. She's doing 2 degrees. She can't earn enough money to service for a home that she can live in. But living at home, she has more serviceability if she purchases an investment property. So at least she's in the market creating growth. Not the ideal living circumstances for her in her early 20s. But it means that she's able to, she owns property, and she's in that property market. So yeah, it's a good scheme and system of people.
And I think a lot of younger people are doing this as a way to get into the market. So we just wanted to talk to you, Paul, a little bit about it. The complexities, I guess, when these people, if it's their first time, do come to get their loan and they're looking at rentvesting. I guess there's 2 opportunities. One is that they're living at home, which is obviously better, I would guess.
Well, living at home, obviously the rent factor is minimised. There might be a bit of board to pay, but the banks will look at what's called a notional rent that they'll apply to the application. So instead of having to pay $300 a week in rent, it might be $400 a month to live at home with mum and dad, and then you can pick up proposed rent that's coming in from your new purchase, which then increases your borrowing capacity and ability to enter that market.
I mean, the banks must love that because they're going, okay, this person's investing a property, but it is making a return, right? So if you're actually renting though, because a lot of people are share housing or currently renting something smaller, I guess you want your rent to be lower than what your rental income will be. Is that as simple as that?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the difference. So that just increases your capacity to borrow, which then increases the number of properties that you could be potentially eligible to buy, rather than falling short. So it all comes down to borrowing capacity.
Yeah. Is it a tricky documentation process in terms of you to get the loan for them?
No different to any normal loan. It's just a different angle that we take with in regards to policy and the type of loan. So it'll be a we can even go up to 95% lending with rentvesting. If your mum and dad really love you, they can do what's called family equity, and you can do this with an owner-occupied purchase or an rentvestor purchase. But they can essentially put their house up as security for your 20% deposit. And you can do that purchasing investment property, and therefore it's essentially 100% lend plus all your costs. So no money out of pocket.
Right. A lot of people out there, hey, Suri, ring mum. All right, love that for a Saturday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Hot Property.
Thanks, Jade.
Michael Jeffries joins me next. Talking prenups and property. Do you need them? J-Lo and Ben Affleck didn't. We'll cover it next. Here with Jade this morning, Hot Property.